Hello everyone and welcome to Slipjoint Sawyer. It's Saturday. Today we're going to be doing another open tag response to John over at Thrifty Kniffy's open tag, which is Super Sack Saturday. Pretty straightforward. Show us a Swiss Army knife on a Saturday. Do hope some more of you can join in because we are real massive fans of Swiss Army knives, victorinox and miso, now more getting into the sort of Wengers, which has really sort of piqued my interest recently. And that's what I'm going to be taking a look at today. I'm going to be taking a look at a Wenger model. And this one is the 85mm golfer. You can see the 85mm equates to right about the, where are we? 1, 2, 3, 3.4 roughly inches closed. This does come with these really nice sort of forest green Celador scales. And what I like about this sort of Wenger, some of the older models did have the shield embossed rather than stamped or like inlaid, and you can see this one has an inlaid Wenger shield on there. Really well done as well, pretty smooth transition, can't really feel it apart from the texture change. I mean, for an older model, look at the condition this one is in. It's in fantastic condition. You can see this is obviously an advertising knife at one point for the municipal market data, for the municipal risk manager. I'm guessing this was a knife maybe he would have given out, or one he may have had for his promotion or something in work. You can see it is a 2-layer design. So this actually, being the golfer, slight different to the original golfer. So the original golfer was a 3-layer that had the standard opening layer on it as well. This being the Golfer Pro is just a 2-layer design. So the Golfer Pro is 1.5643. That's the model number. So it just removes the front layer, which would be the sort of the cap lifter and the can opener. It does have scale tools on this, slightly different to the Victorinox ones. I have left them sticking out a bit because they can be a bit of a pain to get out, a bit fiddly. But we have tweezers on the front here. Very similar to the Victorinox ones, just no plastic end, just this sort of pinched together, kind of like tack welded, you can see there where they're put together and then just sort of folded over at the end, and they fit very nicely in there. You see that? And then on the back we have a toothpick, again a bit fiddly to get out, so I've left it sticking out. Sort of a shorter toothpick than you get with Victorinox, and you can see the divot is on the top here, which sort of holds it into the scales rather than it being on the face. Wenger's then another difference. They always had the keyring tab, but most of them, as far as I can tell, looking back at older pictures, had this chain and then a keyring on the end of the chain. So that's a little bit different. It does make them quite unique, and I think it adds that sort of classy look to it. It always sort of reminds me of like a pocket watch when you see something with a chain on it like this. Let's take a look at the other tools then. So on the right hand side we have the sort of golf shoe wrench for tightening up the cleats, I guess you would call them, or the spikes on the bottom of the shoe. You can see that there, that sort of like works as a wrench. No nail neck or anything, it's just nice and easy to get out, no half stop. Nice little snap on the close. You can see there's enough of the tool sticking up here that you can sort of put your nail underneath it and sort of open it that way. And then on the left hand side we are looking at a large divot tool. So that does have a nail neck, even though you can get it without, but they put a nail neck on this one. No half stop again, just a nice cam tang all the way round. You see, this is obviously for fixing divots. You would sort of like, maybe if you've taken a shot and like skewed it a bit, or you've cut a bit of the floor up, you can sort of use this to repair the floor, pick up the divot, fill in the hole. You can see the blade finish is very similar to what you would have on Victorinox as well, that sort of tumbled, polished finish. Do like picking up these older models, especially the ones that are discontinued, and seeing what they did offer back then. I wish they'd bring a lot of these back. I mean, I understand the market for the golfer is probably a lot smaller than it would be for any other sort of one. Not saying that golfers wouldn't buy a knife, it's more the fact that it's more aimed at just a golfer, whereas other sort of Swiss Army knives are aimed for like everybody. But yeah, nice action on that. It's about a 5 on the pull, 5.5 on the close, but it's only going to be used, it's not a blade, it's only going to be used for sort of moving turf, fixing turf, so I wouldn't be concerned about the pull on that at all. On the back then, we have the Wenger combo tool, which again you can see is a little bit different to the Victorinox one. Bit of a strange shape on this one, but it can be used as a cap lifter. We have a tin opener as well. We've got the flathead screwdriver. No wire bender on this one, you can see. Again, you can see Wenger did patent this, so you've got the pattern up there. Nice small nail nick on there, which works perfectly. Deep enough to get your nail into and open the tool with ease. And pretty nice action on that as well, too, for an older knife. Nice snap on the close. Nice little snap on the open, too. Quite a small little cap lifter, similar to the 84mm Victorinox ones. It's about 1.25 inches in full length. But you can it's definitely usable. I have tried it on a couple bottles. It works fantastically. Honestly, I think I prefer the shape to this, to the Victorinox ones. It's just it's a bit different, a bit more unique, and just, you know, a bit more appeasing on the eye. And then on the back, we'll leave the blade till last. And on the back, we have this golf club face cleaner. So it's for cleaning out the little grooves on the front of the club. So you can see it's got a nice little point on there. You just scratch out the mud, stop it sort of skewing your shots. Make you get a nice clean drive or a nice clean shot. So this obviously does replace the corkscrew. But nice action on that too. Fits very snugly in there. Does make it a nice, comfortable knife to handle. Similar as the way as I mean to when they put the Phillips screwdriver in here. Because when that's in there, it always just sit a bit more flush. Not saying the corkscrew's uncomfortable, but you can't feel it in your hand at all. Could also use this, I guess, to clean out your nails, things like that. Could, I guess, as well use it as a punch if you wanted to, but its main sort of function is the club face cleaner. And then on to the main blade. You can see we have the Wenger Delamont Switzerland and then stainless underneath. And then on the back, you can see we have Wenger and then the Wenger logo there, which is that sort of W made out of little triangles or sort of shapes. Main blade then does have quite a nice belly to it. I think I really prefer the shape of this to the Victorinox ones. The belly looks great on the knife. It works wonderfully well. You can see you've got this excellent edge that's been put on here by Dan at Blade Bridge. Really sharp. And I mean, this looks like it's never been used. There's not really any scratches on the blade at all. Just really well looked after if it has been used. I can't really see any sort of sign of use at all. But then being 85mm, we have a blade length tip to tang of 1 to nearly 2.6 inches, and then a cutting edge of 1 to 2.1, 2.2 inches. So a very UK legal knife, one that no one's going to bat an eyelid with you carrying around if you wanted to carry it. Pull on this, a little bit lighter than they do with Victorinox. I'd say it's like a 5.5 and then a 6 on the break. Would have preferred it to be a little bit stronger, but that's what Wenger went for. But overall, really nice pickup. Glad to have this one in my collection. It's going to be a real sort of showpiece for me, especially in the condition it's in. I think it was a wonderful thing to pick up. But I really hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.